Welcome to my channel. My name is London and today we are going through the February Ipsy box, and I already tried out literally all the product in both of the bags, and we're going to be reviewing everything while I go through everything because I'm a little judgy for this one. It's not looking good. Full disclosure, I did receive my Ipsy box by Ipsy. So let's start off on a positive note, which is always the Ipsy bags. These are so freaking cute. I love that they match literally like every month, and I use these for so many different things, but I think this is so flippin' adorable. I did get my box yesterday, which was January 31st. And so I had to wait until today to officially do the February box in February. So that's it. And we did end up with a pink February Valentine's Day look. So that's good. Starting off on the positive side, y'all. I'm not going to do this in order of the bag. I'm going to go through the order that I applied everything because I pre-filmed all of this look and it'll be a lot easier to explain everything doing that. So let's start off with this 111-111 Skin. This is the Cryo Pre-Activated Toning Cleanser. So I'm not really a big fan of this cleanser. I love cleansers. I'm gonna have to use this a couple of times. Maybe it's just because my skin is a little dry, but I felt like this made my skin just way more dry than it needed to be. It just felt stripping, and it's very liquidy in here, so I ended up using a little bit more than I should have, and this gets super sudsy. This is very bubbly, and I was like feeling claustrophobic with the bubbles. So I'm gonna give this another go and just see, like, maybe with less product I'll like it more, but on first impression, I'm not the biggest fan of this, and I didn't see anything with like the cryo part of it. So the next thing that I tried, I am not gonna be able to pronounce it, but it is a soothing toner, and I didn't really find anything soothing about it. I don't know. I've tried a lot of other toners. It just felt a lot more soothing and hydrating than this one, and especially with that cleanser kind of making me really dry, this just did not cut it on helping my skin out afterwards. And I know you're not supposed to go and use a bunch of products that are new, so maybe just my skin just doesn't want to deal with it right now. I don't really know, but yeah, this one was just meh. I'm gonna try out everything else on a separate note just to see if I might like everything a little bit more. I don't know. Next up is a brand that I've gotten in my Ipsy box before, Gold Faden MD. This is the Radical Different Advanced Antioxidant Serum. And I used a little bit of this and mixed it with the Clean Skin Club Vitamin C Booster. I really liked this serum, and I love the packaging of this, but it said that you can use this as a booster or just like by itself as a serum. So I decided to use it as a booster and mix these two, and I just didn't like mixing these two. It just didn't end up well at all. My skin just feels very irritated after this whole ordeal with all this skincare. I don't know, like I feel like my cheeks especially just feel kind of raw and tingly, and I don't know. I don't know. It just didn't work out. It didn't work out. Nothing in this video really worked out, and I'm a little bummed about it because I was looking forward to this box since I got the notification that I got that it was being shipped out, and now I'm just a little like, it gets worse though. So my skin is not feeling it, and then on top of that, I use my Cali Ray foundation. This is a new one, but this is the one that I've been using since I got this, and I haven't had any issues with the Cali Ray tinted moisturizer, But with this serum combination, I didn't put any primer on. I just used the serum, and oh Lord, let me zoom you guys in on my face. It's gonna be kind of hard to tell, but it definitely like was separating. I tried to fix it the best that I could, but it just made this foundation look like absolute garbage on my face. And when I was rubbing my foundation in, there was just like blobs of the foundation like coming off and like balling up on my face, which I haven't experienced that before, and I thought that was really weird. But the only thing that I can really blame it on is the new skincare, because through all of the skincare that I've used and primers, I haven't experienced that specific foundation balling up on my face. Didn't like it. I also used a concealer that I've used forever. That didn't really turn out very well either. So let's get into the eyeshadow palette. I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know how to pronounce anything. This font with my dyslexia, it just kind of like throwing me off. I don't know. I don't know what the words are. But I ended up using a few shades out of this palette, and I did not like it. I ended up using, I don't know how these are, I think they're numbered. Shade number 5. I don't know. I really don't like this palette just straight off the bat. So the first shade that I use, it's really hard to tell on this camera with these beauty lights, but it took a long time to build the color up on the brush and then pack it on my eyes. And the pigment is just not there. The eyeshadows, the mattes, are super chalky in this palette, and the eyeshadow started sealing over. Specifically this one just started sealing over and wasn't getting any like pigment on the brush, and I had to like really dig my brush into the eyeshadow, and then I kind of gave up on that, and then I used the kind of orange one to try and warm up the look, and the shimmer did help blend it out, but it still just like wasn't wanting to blend, and there's still spots on my eye that is patchy that just didn't really want to blend at all, and it's just no on this palette. And then I ended up trying to use this one, and I thought the like, what is it, zebra print looked kind of cool, but upon putting it on my eyes, it is kind of like I can feel it on my eyes, this like shimmer, and it's like one of those gel kind of consistencies, you know, it's not like a regular shimmer. It kind of feels a little wet, if you know what I mean, and it started to not stick in certain places, especially on my left eye. It's kind of hard with the eyeshadow being a shimmer, but up close there was a few spots around my lash line that just this eyeshadow wasn't sticking onto my eye. So this palette is a huge no for me. Absolutely not. Through all the eyeshadows that I've tried, that was one of the worst ones I've tried in a long time. And I used my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer with it. Nope. No thank you. So the next thing that came in the box is these Beauty for Real eyeliners, and I decided to put on eyeliners to try and cover up this eyeshadow. So I have Night Fever and Heaven's Door, which Night Fever is a black and the other one is a shimmer. So these are really creamy, like a little too creamy, that I feel like if I were to wear these with my specific eyes, I do have oilier eyelids, that I feel like these are gonna crease and transfer onto the upper part of my lid. So if you do have oily eyelids, I'd probably recommend to only have them in your waterline. But then this one I didn't realize was a shimmer, and I did a little swatch on my hand, but this one is a shimmer, so I ended up putting it in my inner corners, and I was over the other palette. And I like these. I don't really have anything really negative to say other than the fact that they are a little bit too creamy. Next up is this Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. I didn't have anything bad to say about this mascara. The Tarte mascara, I think it was By the Sea Tarte mascara that I got in a previous box. I do like more than this one, but I do like the bristles in the brush, and the formula seems okay thus far. Nothing that's like blowing my socks away, but it's not terrible. And then I have the MAC Fix Plus in a little teensy little baby bottle. I really like the look of this, but the spritzer on this is awful. I'm so spoiled rotten with like super fine mist that when I used that and it like shot out at me, I was like, whoa. Did not like that at all. So yeah, no. I'll use this, but I'm not a big fan on the spritzer. I haven't used MAC Fix Plus in so long. Now let's go into these brushes real fast. I almost forgot about these. I already lost one of them. I put it back in my little brush cup and now I don't know where it went. Oh, okay, I found it. So the brushes, I tried 2 of them. Of these 2, they're good, they're okay. I like them, I use them. This one, the 205, is a little stiff. They do feel like synthetic fibers for sure, but for synthetic brushes, I mean, they're fine, they're okay. I'll add them to my collection. I'm not really complaining on those. And last thing is this lipstick. I don't mind the color of it. I do think this is a nice kind of fun Valentine's Day color that's not red or super pink, but kind of like a pinky nude, something a little bit more Valentine's Day-esque. This is by the brand Context, and it's in the shade Hide Your Heart. My complaint about this lipstick is the shape of the bullet was a little hard to get around the edges of my lips. But as far as the consistency of the lipstick, I do like it. It's almost like a satin. It's creamy and then it kind of dries to like a satin. But that, I think, is everything. Y'all let me know what you think, what you got in y'all's Ipsy stuff. Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. There's nothing that I'm like super excited about in this box. There are definitely things that I am never ever going to be picking up and using ever again. This eyeshadow palette, talking to you, not a fan. But as far as everything else, I'll probably give it a second go and just see what my final thoughts are. But upon first use, no. Also, let me know if you like the kind of review type Ipsy unboxings. But that is it for this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.